Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman back with another game. This one going to be between Krezio playing a full faction to Sundered Lands, and aronxop999 playing a split between Iron Fist and Forsaken Waste. Looking to be bringing Angels split with Forsaken Waste. That is an interesting choice. And we've got, of course, full faction Sundered Lands as usual for Krezio, bringing the dragons and whatever else, Sundered Lands. He has Crickenwing Alpha at the moment, contesting this middle font versus Angel of Death. And I know Krezio likes to run these. He deploys them. I'm pretty sure he deploys one pretty much every time he has it revealed. But I don't know. It's not a rune I typically enjoy using. I know it's kind of good and, you know, tough 3 and all, but it's fucking ugly, man. I mean, look at it. It's a giant flying bug, and can't stand looking at him. I'm gonna look at Angel of Death instead. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna look at Angel of Death. I'm gonna look at Angel of Protection. I'm gonna look at Angel of Mercy, and I'm just gonna try and focus on commentating the game. Whenever I look at Angel of Death, I can't help but remember Ia Jobmacaw, for any of you old players who remember Ia Jobmacaw from the forums, complaining about how there were no black champions in the game, and I just kept mentioning Angel of Death, and he was like, but it's not Iron Fist Stronghold, there should be more in Iron Fist Stronghold, and he wouldn't stop talking about fucking Favored Nomad, and it's like, just, okay. I'm gonna not go on a rant here about days of yore. Instead, we're going to look at Vindrax approaching this mid-font. We're going to look at, not you, Draxar Morph, who is probably going to mutate the Vindrax. No, wait, she already did. So +2 defense for Vindrax. And I think I like, no, I know speed is probably the preferred choice for a lot of players. Mutate is random, by the way. But I like getting +2 defense. I think anything that buffs defense in Sundered Lands is just really good by default, because your champions are already so tanky from the faction bonus and just access to regen and all that. But we're going to see Valdak and Vindrax in play at once. So we've got the Dragon God duo here. Maybe we'll see a Vex. That's definitely possible. So we're going to see I was going to say mommy and daddy, but no, it's Vex is the mother of these two, and then these guys are not are definitely siblings, I guess you could say. And we're gonna ignore that banjo music playing in the background. Obsidian Venger here coming in for Aaron. And Obsidian Venger, he didn't actually go with Oblivion Shield. He went with Life Siphon and Multi-Attack. Now that makes me think he might be being an absolute mad lad and running Improve Healing on an Iron Fist Minister coming in at some point. I feel like this is like going to be like half a Paladin deck, because Forsaken Waste does not have very many Angels. I'm pretty sure Angel of Death is like the only one. So probably not a full Angel deck, probably Paladins. Although Angel of Death is not a Paladin herself. Angel of Protection, another one coming in here for Aaron. So I feel like Aaron was one of those guys. I haven't actually played him before, but he might have been one of those guys that was running like ST Angels before it was nerfed, and is now searching for a replacement in Forsaken Waste, or maybe he's just playing like Forsaken Waste IS Paladins. That's certainly possible as well. So Crickenwing Alpha going to take a bit of damage here from the newly intensified Angel of Death. Who does have 6 range. That's pretty nice. 2 to 6 range. That is not a range you see very often anymore. There are no champions with 2 to 6 range base anymore. And I'm pretty sure Skizik Negamage, or he's called Negation Mage. Just Negation Mage now is the only champion with 2 to 5 range that's left in the game. But yeah, Angel of Death with 2 to 6 range is pretty nice. He took Grace of the Dead, which I'm not really a fan of. I know it makes her nice and cheap, but I like Absorb. I like Life Drinker. I like her to be, a little more durable. Grace of the Dead, I find is completely useless as an ability. Like it's a 6 HP heal when your unit dies. Like rank 1, like that's like nothing. And then 3 HP on the next turn. But ugh. I guess that's why it makes her so cheap. But if you're running an Angel, like you want, like with Intensify and all that, you want her to stay alive. You don't want her to be dead, right? This ability is something you put on like Anthropomancer or something. And I believe Anthropomancer does have Grace of the Dead 2 on upgrades now. But we're going to see Valdak choose not to summon a dragon quite yet. We're going to see a second mutate defense onto Vindrax. So we've got double mutated defense Vindrax coming in. That is not something I would want to be dealing with. I know Aaron is playing Forsaken Waste split, so he will have stuff like Essence Drain and Reaper's Blade to deal with high defense champions. But other than that, I mean, he might have a Death Pact unit hidden in there somewhere. But as far as Iron Fist Strongholds options go, I guess you could technically run the reset button. Blink. No, wait, Blink is still banned. Divinity's Touch is the one I was thinking of to reset those stats. But yeah, there's no like spot anti-defense. If only now, if he were playing Sundered Lands, he would have Vex Core Prom, which us Iron Fist Stronghold players tend to pretend it doesn't exist or not mention as much as possible, because our champions also tend to have a lot of defense, and we don't like seeing spot defense counters. It seems like Krezio is just going to take the slow passive approach here to this game, moving back and forth with that morph, waiting on mutate cooldowns. She hasn't actually cocooned anything yet. I guess she could maybe cocoon the Vindrax for another stat buff, but it's looking like Krezio might be thinking about rushing that side font. And Vindrax, it's worth noting, does have Vuln Magical, and Aaron actually has all of his champions currently have magical attacks. Oh, I guess Angel of Mercy doesn't. But he has 5 magical attack angels and Vengers in play right now, so Vindrax not going to be having a very good time. He's going to need that extra defense in this matchup for sure. But we've already got 3 angels in play, and Aaron, I mean, if this does turn into a really stall-heavy game, I mean, Aaron is going to probably come out ahead because of all these angels, right? I mean, they're going to have like 60 HP and flying and 5 range and stuff roaming around. And Krezio currently does not have very much ranged firepower in his arsenal. He has Valdak, which is ranged, and the Morph, which is ranged, but they are not very high damage champions. So we're gonna see how Krezio plays this. There's no stealth, I hope. I know I've missed stealth champions in the past, but I didn't see the Shadow Spawn animation, so I'm pretty sure we're good in that department. Cricket and Wing Alpha going to regen up here. He takes so Krezio takes regen 3 and tough 3 on his alphas, making them as expensive as possible, and that's sort of why he is currently getting outnumbered by Aaron's deploys. Like, all of Krezio's shit is like outrageously expensive. I'm pretty sure he takes like the most expensive build on like all of his champions, which, I mean, you're playing Sundered Lands, so I guess that's one option. Maybe not my preferred option. I like efficient, cheap champions. I like meat, and no, not that kind of meat. I like stuff like Broken Bones. You know, I'm an Iron Fist player usually most of the time, but I have been known to dabble in Forsaken Waste in the past. So I do like those kinds of decks more than the sort of big beefy super champ style stuff that Sundered Lands tends to put out. Probably why I enjoy Skizik more than I enjoy Draxar, because they sort of have that kind of similar playstyle. We see Vindrax being a big, bold baddie here, running into right up to that Angel, and then a Force Transfusion here. Interesting. So everyone within 5 spaces loses AP, and Vindrax gains that lost AP. And there's that, wow, okay, so Krezio is going in for the kill here. We got a Quicken onto the Vindrax. I mean, he's got 20 damage here. He's got it. So he's got the stun granted by Morph from Cricket Wing Alpha's ranged attack. And then there's the 40 damage from Vindrax. So very nicely played there by Krezio, getting that kill before the Angel intensifies. And that Angel of Protection went up a bit too close to provide the impervious shield to the Angel of Death here. And so that 60 HP Vindrax with 6 defense and the Sundered Lands bonus. I know he has Vuln Magic, but I mean, even with all these magic damage champs, Aaron will be very hard pressed to take it down here. I feel like he should focus instead on this Cricket Wing Alpha. Maybe try and get a 1-for-1 trade here. Hopefully not leave the finishing hit to Angel of Mercy with her merciful ability. But he's going to have to also make a deploy at this font, because otherwise it will be firmly within the taloned clutches of Vindrax on Krezio's next turn. So this Obsidian Venger probably going to try and block, and then maybe we'll see a return kill onto this Cricket Wing Alpha, although this Angel of Protection is just shy of a double tap. So maybe a El Sarai Bazaar, maybe a mobilization. A mobilization here would be pretty good. That would allow Aaron to get 2 hits with all of his champions. And I guess it's kind of justified because he has, like, Krezio spent the Rage Band plus the Terminus plus the Quicken, getting the kill there onto that Angel. So we see Wings of Glory going down. All right. So Wings of Glory giving everyone encouraged, all of his flying champions, I should say. And, you got to attack with Angel Mercy first. You don't want to leave her to last, because she can't kill anything. He's going to be doing 1 damage. Love to see it. 1 damage. So, Aaron here going to try and get the kill on this Vindrax, who admittedly is a little bit overextended, but can he do it? He's got 16 damage on the Angel. There's 10 more, and ooh... Cancel magic coming in on a Soulbane. So, man, where is Krezio? I guess he hadn't deployed for some time, but that was a lot of Nora to spend on spells. So there's the Desecrate Earth from the Venger, and loses another 6 HP from the second Desecrate Earth. And wow, Krezio actually surrenders that instantly after Vindrax dies. So well played to both, I guess, and we'll see everyone in the next one.